is the end of July, and that means it is time to talk about the July hits and misses. And it is crazy how fast time is moving. Let me just say that really quick. I feel like I say that every month, but seriously, time is just like barreling forwards and leaving me in the dust. Like, my little sister turns 18 next month. I'm kind of freaking out because, like, she graduated from high school in May. She turns 18 and starts college next month, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so old. I'm really not that old. I'm 26, so I'm not really that old, but, like, everything that is happening to me in life makes me feel really old right now. I have a decent amount of products to talk about this month. A lot of them, like, I had this episode at the beginning of the month where I went and stayed with my boyfriend overnight, and I didn't bring any makeup with me. Like, when I go stay at his house, I never bring any makeup with me. So I actually needed makeup the next day to go to MAC. Like, because I work for MAC. So I had to go into work, and I didn't have any makeup with me at all. And I was like, So I went to the drugstore and purchased a whole bunch of products out of necessity, and most of them were crap. So I will talk about those, but there were a few products out of that I really did like. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. And my first hit is actually this shirt that I'm wearing. It is from Target, and it's actually a crop top, but I'm not gonna go up that high because I've got my pajama pants on. I don't know, I really like it. It's got buttons down the front. It's very loose and comfortable and perfect for summer, and I got it for 50% off. It also had matching shorts if you're into that kind of thing, but I thought with this print that matching shorts would be a little much. So moving on into makeup products, this is Fix Plus, but this is a special bottle of Fix Plus. Not too long ago, MAC released a limited edition line of all of their Prep and Prime Fix Plus sprays. There were like 5 or 6 different scents, and I bought one in the lavender scent, and I love it. It doesn't really smell like lavender to me, but in my head, I think Bunny or Graveyard Girl said it the best, that it just smells like a library full of old books. I think that's what she said. She said something like that. But it really does, and I really, really love the way old books smell. That is one of my favorite smells. So this is great. I should have bought more of these, but I wasn't really sure if I would like the smell of this, because lavender can be really overpowering sometimes, but I love the way it smells, and I really wish I had purchased more of these. Then another makeup product by MAC is their Pro Longwear Eyeshadow in Uninterrupted, and a crap thing that happened that I discovered probably last month or the month before is that they discontinued all the Pro Longwear eyeshadows. I don't know if they're reformulating and going to bring them back out. I don't know. I just know that they were discontinued. So you can probably get this from like a CCO or something like that. I love this eyeshadow. I have it on today. It's pretty much the only eyeshadow I have on today. And I have been using the crap out of this month. This is probably one of my most used eyeshadows of all time, actually. So at the end of June, I purchased the new MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. At that point, it had been out for about a month or two at the time, and I had waited to purchase it and not just like rushed up to work on my day off and been like, oh, gimme, 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 I need it, I need it, I need it. Because I do not like the original Pro Longwear foundation. I just don't. I don't think it works very well for dry skin, which I have dry skin, and it can get very dry around my mouth and nose area, and it's just not a flattering foundation for my skin type. But for my friend Kelly, who has very oily skin, I did her makeup one day for like a bridal trial run because she is getting married soon. And I used that on her, and it looked beautiful on her skin all day long. It lasted so well. It just looked very nice, but still looked fresh and natural on her skin because she has a lot of freckles. So when they came out with the Nourishing Waterproof formulation of the Pro Longwear, I was very hesitant. So I finally went and got it and was like, why did I wait so long? I have pretty much worn this foundation every day since I purchased it and have had to force myself to wear other foundations. I love this so much. It lasts all day. It's what I have on today. It just looks flawless and beautiful. I have mine in the shade NC20, which is my actual shade at MAC, but I always go a step down because MAC foundations tend to oxidize on my skin personally. So I was a lot more tan because I'd gone camping, I'd been sitting out in the sun, I'd been out at the pool. So I was like, okay, NC20, it'll match fine. Even if it does oxidize some, it'll match fine because I am very tan, and when winter comes around, I'll just go get an NC15. And it didn't oxidize on me at all. I was pleasantly surprised, and I love this foundation. Go get a sample, go buy yourself a tube. And it's not just because I work there that I'm saying this. I really love this foundation. I, like, no joke, have worn this every day since I purchased it. I think the only other foundation I've worn is my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation because I forced myself to use that foundation. I have one more high-end product, and then everything else, good and bad, is drugstore. So this product is actually a brush head for my Clarisonic, and I always purchase my brush heads at Sephora because I don't really like Ulta. And normally what I do, literally, is I will go to Sephora, go straight to the Clarisonic section, go straight to the counter, and I'm out the door. That way I'm not spending any extra money. Like, I seriously have to act like I am on a mission from God to get in and out of there without looking at anything else. And I had some time. So I was actually looking at the brush heads, and I saw this one here. And this is the Radiance brush head. Normally, what I purchase is the normal brush head, which is great for all skin types, because, you know, I don't need deep pore cleansing. I don't really have acne-prone skin. I don't really have sensitive skin, so I just buy the normal one. But this brush head is good for dullness and uneven skin tone. And why I bought this, it helps to clear dark spots and uneven skin tone. And I have very heavy acne scarring, like right where my contour would hit and around my chin. And I have been using these two Ole Henriksen products for a decent amount of time now, and they, I feel, have really cleared up a lot of the dark spots on my face. But there's just still some lingering spots that I really would just like to go away. And so I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot. And so I have been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I love this brush head. It's not any more expensive than the normal brush head, because like the cashmere ones are more expensive. And I do definitely have to say that I have noticed a difference in how my skin looks after using this for a few weeks now. It's very soft. It definitely creates more of a lather with my facial cleanser than the normal brush head does, which I actually really like. I like when things lather. I don't know, I'm weird. If you have acne scarring or just uneven skin tone and dark spots and you use the Clarisonic, I would definitely recommend purchasing this brush head. Now moving on to everything else, which is completely drugstore. Yeah, completely drugstore. And the first thing is this Simple Cleansing Micellar Water. This brand is actually geared towards sensitive skin, but if you have regular skin, you can use it too. So this is formulated with no chemicals, no perfumes, no dyes, nothing like that. Like I said, great for sensitive skin. And Sharon Farrell, who, you know, here on YouTube, I did talk about her in my last video too and gave you all her links and everything. If you didn't go follow her, you should. She actually did like a whole, like, get unready with me kind of thing, like skincare routine with this, and it took off her eye makeup and just makeup in general so well that I was like, I need to go buy that right away. And I did, and it really does work. I just soak 2 cotton pads with it and put it on my eyes and just kind of gently rub at my eyes a little bit after I let it sit for a second. And it really does just take everything off. Like, a lot of the times I have a hard time getting the Kat Von D tattoo liner off of my eyes, and this just takes it right off. No problem, nothing. Next, I have 2 drugstore mascaras that are seriously on the cheap end of the money spectrum when it comes to makeup. And the first one is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. and the other one is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. I love both of these. This is an old favorite that I just have rediscovered this month and love this so much. It has a natural fiber brush and it's a very thin brush as well. This brush is very dense, so it's really great at getting in there to the roots of the lashes and really coating the lashes all the way up. I get a lot of volume, and the formulation and effect that I get with this mascara is very similar to the Benefit They're Real mascara. Then the Rimmel Lash Accelerator is also a natural fiber brush, but it is a lot more spaced out and not quite as dense. And I don't know if you can really see, it's fatter in the middle than it is at the ends, which is really interesting to me. And this one is also really good for top and bottom lashes, but I prefer to use this mascara on my bottom lashes because it really gets in there, and since it's really thin on the ends, it gets those really short outer and inner lashes that I have. And this is actually a very wet formula too, so I don't think it's really great for my top lashes, but I really, really love it for my bottom lashes. My last favorite for the month of July is this e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder in the shade St. Lucia. And this is the one that I think people say is the dupe for the NARS Orgasm and Laguna duo that they have at Sephora. But to be honest, this is nothing like Orgasm. And I swatched them side by side. This is the e.l.f. one and this is Orgasm. And you can see that the NARS one is like 100 times more pink than the e.l.f. one. But this is the bronzing powder from this duo, and what is my favorite out of this is this bronzing powder. It's very natural on very fair skin, which I have, and it looks very nice. I'm not the biggest fan of this blush because, as you can see, it barely shows up on me. It's far too light for my skin tone, so I'm not the biggest fan of the blush, but this bronzer, if I could get this bronzer separate from this blush, I would repurchase it over and over and over again. I really would. Moving on to things I really didn't like so much this past month, and the first thing is the Sonia Kashuk Brush and Sponge Cleaner. I wanted to try this one because, if you remember, I said I didn't like the e.l.f. one because it really made my brushes smell like alcohol, and I didn't really like that near my face. This one doesn't smell very strongly of alcohol. It smells more florally, but it makes my brushes, like, sticky. It makes the handles sticky if you get it on the handles, and I don't really feel like it cleans my brushes very well. I will use it up because it does clean my brushes, but I don't think it cleans as well as the e.l.f. one. I had nothing wrong with the cleaning power of the e.l.f. one, it was just the way it smelled bothered me so bad. Then these next two products, I really think it was the combination of these two products that really just didn't work together, and that is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer and the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. I don't think these work together at all. This is a very silicone-y type primer. It just comes out clear, and it's very smoothing, very silicone-y, and kind of soft and like wet feeling when it goes on, but it does really hydrate the skin quite well, actually. And then this foundation looks like I have no foundation on, but I have the most even skin in the world. And I think it was just using these two products together that just really messed everything up. And because, like, this combination of products just severely melted off of my face by the end of the day. So I'm going to have to force myself to use these separately and see how they work, because I am just so skeptical of both of them after using them together. My last crap product for the month of July is this eyebrow pencil from Rimmel in the shade 002 Hazel. I hated this. Like, that's the color. It's a really good color and it goes really well with my hair right now, but it just, like, melted off my face. Again, like, I had no eyebrows by the end of the day and I was very upset, and yeah. I have to run out the door because I am running super behind at this point. My mother is like, "Where are you? I'm ready to eat lunch." Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. And if you liked my rambly favorites, then hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.